Hi. So teaching moment here, lesson time. So a friend of mine found a Hermspringer prong collar in a thrift store, along with just a basic farm store prong collar, and they came together for $5. So I told her, hey, buy it, and I'll pay you back. So I want to use this as a teaching tool for two different reasons. I want to kind of show the difference between a quality collar and a crap farm store collar. So this is going to kind of be hard for you to see. I'm sorry. You just have to take my word for it. So this is a Hermspringer. You can tell because it says Springer. Focus, please. Is that gonna? Come on, really? Trust me, it says Springer. And when you look at the individual prongs, they are rounded and smooth. Is this really not going to focus? Come on. Come on, Samsung, you can do it. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. You can see that the prongs are rounded and smooth. So there's no sharp edges whatsoever. None. It's all nice and smooth. Okay? So compare that to the farm store collar. It's like all stuck together. Anyway, it has no center plate that says Springer. It says no Springer anywhere. And when you look at these prongs, they are blunt. You see that? See, look at this one up here. See how blunt that is? And when you feel these, they have a sharp, blunt edge to them. So there's no like loose metal shavings or anything to make it actually sharp, but it is so not comfortable at all. Just having it sit against your hand is not comfortable. So when you compare this to the Hermspringer collar, it's a huge difference. Also with how the prongs kind of spring. These are just really crap collars. They really are. And it's a shame because these are widely available. Not all stores that carry pet supplies will carry a Hermspringer prong collar, but all of them will carry a crap collar like this. And that frustrates me so much because this is probably $19.99. A quality Hermspringer prong collar is the same price or less. So on most, Skylar, leave him alone. I've got Felix here and she's pestering him. So most dogs, I use a 2.25 millimeter Hermspringer prong collar, which is smaller than this one. This one's a 3 millimeter, which I use on big dogs. So big dogs, this 3 millimeter prong collar is about $18 to $20 on Amazon. Same damn price as the crap farm store prong collar. The same price. And it's so frustrating because this is so garbage. That's a very intelligent statement. This is so garbage. It is, though. It's garbage. I don't like these at all. And these, here's a good example too. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see the one that's on my thumb right there? Can you see that? That is corrosion. That's rust. These are nickel plated. The Hermspringers, I don't believe they are. I think they're actually like, I don't know. I'm an engineer. I should know this, but I don't. But anyway, so the plating on these are coming off really bad. So right there, and then on the individual prongs they're coming off. So they're getting kind of sharp. And that's not good. So the Hermspringer is just a smoother operating collar. It won't rust or corrode. And the prongs are very nicely machined. They're very nicely smoothed. There's no sharp edges or blunt corners or anything. But there is a downside to this Hermspringer prong collar. So this is the other part of this video that I wanted to talk about. So Harmspringer makes quick disconnect prong collars. I'm going to have to set my phone down for this, so bear with me here. So Harmspringer makes quick disconnect prong collars. Okay, there we go. So you won't get to see my beautiful face during this, but I think you'll be okay. So this is the prong collar, and it goes around the neck like this. Normally, when you go to take it apart and put it together, you do it with the prongs like that, right? So this is kind of a pain in the ass, especially for the 3mm. The 2.25 isn't bad, but the 3mm is a pain in the ass. So Harmspringer makes a quick disconnect prong collar, and that's that. So this is the chain that you attach the leash to on the dog. Get it? Okay. So assume that this is around the dog's neck. The way to use a quick disconnect is this right here. And the collar pops apart. So it releases this chain. So when you put the collar on, you put it around the dog's neck, you feed this through here, and you clip it like this. Come on, Cassie. Be smarter than the collar here. Like that. Okay? So, in theory, this is great because you don't have to mess around with the prongs. You don't have to kill your fingers. It's great, and it just makes the putting on and taking off the prong collar really fast. So that's the good news. The good part of it is that it makes the prong collar putting on and taking off very fast. The bad part is it makes the prong collar taking off very good, very fast, very easy. Very good, very fast, very easy. So just imagine, just watch that again. See how little effort, I'll do it even with my pinky, how little effort that takes to make that come apart. Just think about that. How easy would that be to do accidentally? Pretty easy. So, in theory, great idea. In theory, great idea. In practice, horrible idea. This is so dangerous. So dangerous. So, okay, bear with me here. Say that Felix over here, Felix is right there, just hanging out. He used to be really leash reactive. He's not anymore. We've kind of fixed that, but he used to be. So imagine, he's a big, powerful dog. Just look at him again. Try to ignore all the crap that I have on my floor over there. House renovations. Ugh. Anyway, so imagine that he is, causing a scene, throwing a fit, at the end of at the end of a taut leash, reacting to another dog. He doesn't do that anymore, but just bear with me. What if you were to say you're holding onto the leash like this, and you slide your hand down the leash to grab him and pull him back? How easy would it be for you to reach down, grab this, and now that I'm doing that, it's not doing it. But how easy would it be for you to slide your hand down and grab that accidentally, and all of a sudden you have a leash reactive dog that's trying to get at another dog whose collar just popped off? Not great. Not good. So the only situation where this would be useful is if you have a fully e-collar trained, off-leash trained dog that you don't have the dexterity to put a prong collar on. I don't know. I can't imagine a safe use of a quick disconnect prong collar. I really can't. In theory, it was a great idea. In practice, I'm not convinced. With that said, you should always have a carabiner attached to another collar, or a backup dominant dog collar or something with a prong collar in case something like that does happen. Just a disclaimer, you should do that. But I'm not a huge fan of putting something on that can so easily accidentally come apart. Not a huge fan. So, long story short, I've paid $5 for 2 things. Actually, it came with a flexi lead too. I forgot about that. A freaking retractable leash. The worst things ever. So it came, okay, so I bought 3 things for $5 that I will never use. But it's a great teaching tool. Also, I'm going to make this other Hermspringer prong collar into a safe quick disconnect collar, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, teaching tool, lesson time. Wow, 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to be done now. If you have any questions or want to talk about this more, please let me know.